I don't know why people always get a bit shady when you ask them how much they earn. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how much a probation officer earns. So you will get to know exactly what the salary for a trainee probation officer is and a qualified probation officer, because I want you to be informed so that when you are choosing a career, you actually know, well, what is the salary? What are you going to get paid? Well, let's just talk about that quickly. Why is it people are so shady when you ask them how much you get paid? Like, your money is not attached to your worth, and it shouldn't be. And by hiding it and being secretive, it only emphasizes the fact that people really feel that their salary is attached to their worth. So I'm here to just be transparent and break down that barrier. In fact, just share with you and be honest, what are people being paid? And another thing is, I'm speaking for myself here, but I know that a lot of probation officers, we don't go into the job for the salary. We don't go into the job for the money. When you hear the salary, you might think, actually, that's a decent salary, but other people might think, it's not that good of a salary. The reason I chose to go into the field of psychology and criminology was to help people, to support people, and actually have a meaningful job. Like, I always thought, if I'm gonna have a job where I'm gonna be there majority of my time, I want a job where I'm actually able to help and make a difference and make a change to someone's life. So for me, when I was starting my career, that was more important than having a high paying salary. I will admit to you that does change over time, and I think the more responsibilities you have, the more you realise actually you need money in life. But still, I would say really find out what your core values are and what you want out of work. What is your purpose? When I started to really feel money being an issue was once I had children. So it's about being sensible and planning. You know, I was living in London at the time, and I managed with my London salary to still save for a mortgage. So that I was able to save, I was still able to live, I was able to live in London. Yes, I was living with my partner, but so it made things easier. And also, I never grew up with much financial literacy about investment. All I knew was saving. So I would have a look into how you can make the most out of your money. You do get a good pension with probation, and obviously saving and budgeting skills are really good. But to really maximize your money, I started looking into investments. This isn't an ad for investment, it's just sharing my knowledge about that's what I've learned as I've got older. The only time that I really felt it was when I went part-time, because I was on maternity leave, I was part-time, I just had a new house, just had my children, had childcare to pay out for. Then it did become an issue, and that is when I started doing things like tutoring on the side. I can go into that in another video, but this is to reveal what you've been waiting for. What is the actual salary of a probation officer? So as a PSO, so probation service officer, I've done another video telling you the differences between those two. So when you are training to be a probation officer, so those of you interested in doing the trainee scheme, you will start off on a probation service officer salary. And the reason why is because you're not yet qualified. There's certain cases you can't hold, certain duties and responsibilities that you won't be doing. That salary is $23,174. Probation officer salary, that is $30,208. As you can see, there's quite a jump from probation service officer to probation officer. So once you're qualified, you'll be like, whoa, what's all this extra money every month? And I love that part, getting the extra money every month, because it reflects that you are now qualified, do have a bigger workload, you have more responsibilities, and you have more duties. So I hope that helped you actually see what probation officer gets paid. And if you are following me on TikTok, I've actually done a breakdown of one of my pay slips. That was a pay slip from about 2 or 3 years ago. And one thing I will say, when you work for probation, it is a government organisation, it is publicly funded. Pay rises do not happen like they do in maybe private sector jobs. The salary that I've just told you now, it was different from mine because there has been a slight pay increase. But again, it doesn't always go up in line with inflation. So when I qualified, it was about 29,000 and something. So yeah, just note that you won't always get a pay rise every year, but you get other benefits like really good holiday pay, really good holiday, which is obviously paid, and really good pension. They're really flexible in terms of being a family-friendly employer, flexibility and things like that. So you have to weigh it up. But like I said from the beginning, most people that go into one to be a probation officer are not joining and doing that job because they are in it for the money. Let me know your thoughts on the salary. And if you want any other particular videos, let me know as well. I specifically want to invite you to my probation clinic. Probation clinics are for those of you that want to get my expert advice, my expert knowledge, because I have over 10 years experience working for the Ministry of Justice. So I'm able to really help you with your application forms, answer any questions or query that you've got about any roles within probation. So come along, the link will be left in the down below area, and it's every Wednesday at 11:15.